and you're watching Pro Teaches News. Ooh, is somebody talking about pros? Not that kind of pro. See you there.
You good?
Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob. Today I have with me Eric and Alex.
Hello again.
Hello, hi.
And me, Mario.
Woohoo!
And today we have more from the greatest of the Space Knights, Rom.
He is the greatest.
As we get through the
This is a king-sized annual, true believers, all new Marvel mayhem.
the first annual. I've stripped you of your armor, Space Knight. Now I'll take your life.
Oh God!
Look, you can even see Rom's brain.
Oh my God!
See that?
That is crazy.
It's like the sci-fi movies with the walking brains.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
It came from beyond the stars, introducing the sinister scourge of Stardust.
There's an old song. There's an old song that goes with that.
Prologue. Deep space, untold light years away. Turin Guard, the body has seen fit to convict you of unmutual acts. I am innocent. Do not perch yourself further in the oneness of the body. Your crime is known to all. It is our judgment that you be expelled from the body and bound in bands of star stuff. No, I repent my unmutuality. Let me merge again with the body. Do not banish me to the cold beyond. There is no response. The star stuff bonds cuts off the thought transmission to the body. Turin Guard is a load. A load he begins to move through space propelled by some form of energy beyond our understanding. Time and distance are meaningless to the star-formed criminal. He has no destination, no desire save an increasing urge for warmth. Beyond the rings of Saturn, he senses the sun. But before he reaches the solar orb, the third world of our system attracts his attention. A warm world, a living planet. Earth. Hey guys, look up in the sky! Act, for crying out loud, Pinky! You made me miss! That was my pitch! I know it was! But Butch, there's something up like a comet or something. Oh, by the way, strike three!
Just in case you forgot how the game was going.
I know.
Pinky. Gee, Brian, what are we going to do tonight? The same thing we do every night, Pinky, trying to take over the world.
Before Butch can brain Pinky.
I get it.
Yeah, brain is in your bonk.
Yeah, slug him.
With his bat, the ball players turn their gaze skyward, discovering that there is indeed something there. See how it shines? What is it? Pinky said a comet. Don't look like no comet to me. Turin Guards observe these warm things from on high. Now he moves closer. Mama! Holy cats!
Mama!
His senses, thought waves, scrambled, frightened, disordered, emanating from the warm thing, banished from the body. Turin Guard wishes to be one with the children. Yeah! Their cries are cut short, as are their thoughts. Merging them with the star stuff, Turin Guard bears the children off to a place of darkness where he senses he can be alone with his warm thoughts. If the body will not have him, he will create a new body of his own. Bright night. So where's Rom?
Where is it?
He's right there.
A lot of stuff. At least it's only 2 pages to set up.
Even this cover, that cover looks like something out of like, no, not that, like the next page there, right there. It looks something out of like a horror, starting up something horror.
Like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It is funny you say that because Friday, 40 years ago, Friday the 13th, A New Beginning was released today.
Wait. A New Beginning. That wasn't the good one.
Yeah, that was the, I won't spoil anybody who hasn't watched a 40-year movie, but let's just say Jason was not what he seemed.
Yeah, I
It
think
did have that moment. It did have that moment with the guy axing and the guy talking about his Hershey bar, and then wham!
Oh yeah.
Yep, but oh yeah, for the better part of a day, the Silver Cyborg Space Knight Rom has
There he
felt
is.
uneasy. Yep, there he is. His biocircuits quivering with a sense of some great evil about to occur.
You don't know the half of it, brother.
He has learned better than to discount those feelings. They have saved his life more than once in his unending war against the Dire Wraith. Rocket pods roaring, Rom has soared forth in search of Wraith kind. His energy analyzer has indicated that he will find a concentration of his foemen here in Carson's Glen. Strangely, his energy analyzer has also indicated that Rom will encounter something else. Keep searching. Them kids have to gotta be here, be somewhere. We've had kids get lost before, but I've never seen anything like this. Bats, balls, gloves, all left strewn about the ball field. This is a game where and we'll tan their hides. In their hearts, the searchers already suspect they are not involved in a game. And look at those doggos.
Yeah, good doggos.
They're
The
good.
community desperately searches the foothills for its missing children. Have I come upon a plot of race design set on wide beam? Ron's energy analyzer scans the men assembled below him. I detect no race among the search party. Only men, frightened, fearful men, and something something not of this world. Further up the slopes, let the humans search in their own fashion with flashlights and baying dogs. I will follow the energy trail my analyzer has detected to its source. Dark against deep shadow, a cave nestles hidden amidst the high hills. Within the cave, the children enter in guard. A tentacle of purest thought touches the first warm thing. Carbon-based life form are minerals and complex and amino acid suspended in nutrient broth. I would be like them. Well, not exactly. The star stuff binding me prevents me from only from rejoining the body, not from stealing the essence of others, the life essence of children. Rom enters the cave. My energy analyzer detects something alien within. My biocircuit sense that it is evil. Cyborg vision scans the cave dark and finds the children. And Golden Gates of Galador. Who has perpetrated this crime? Dead? No. Cold as the clay on which they lie, but living. Something has tampered with their molecular structure. Their condition is most critical. The energy thief's trail leads out of the cave by another path. I dare not pursue them, not until the children be saved. Gently, a cold cyborg hand caresses the nearest child's forehead, imparting life in the form of small iota of Rom's own life energies. And though it weakens him, he repeats the process for each child. He can do that?
That's news to me.
Yep. So we can do it.
You can do it!
You can do it all night long. And you can do it. You can create this your world.
And like
Lots
a
of happy
shepherd,
little trees.
having found his lost sheep, Rom bears the comatose children from the deathly darkness of the cave. Outside, their parents await. Look! What in heaven's name is that? It's got the kids! My baby! My baby! I have not heard.
But wait, we got to do it like Tress McNeil. My baby!
My baby! My baby! I have not hurt your children. I found them in this condition inside the cave. Listen, it talks. Aren't you going to do something, Sheriff? It's got the kids. I am Rom. The kids ain't moving. That robot killed them. I'm gonna don't put that up, you day fool. If the kids aren't dead, pumping lead at that metal man will surely see to it that they soon are. Here come the other search parties. Butch, he's got Butch and Binky and Jenny, my Jenny. What do we do, Sheriff? There's enough of us. We could take the robot. Rom, None. Not without harming the children. Pray he doesn't harm them. Please, that's my little boy he's got. Look, the robot's moving. He's given my son back. Who are you? I have already said, I am Rom. One of them is a Dire Wraith. Some of them are Dire.
Those darn Dire Wraiths.
And gratefully receive their children. There are those in the gathering crowd who recognize Rom at once. Spaceknight, here, you must not have detected our presence. Impossible. The jamming devices on our belt should shield us from its accursed energy analyzer. When did they have jamming devices? That would have been useful before.
Like maybe they had enough of that and finally figured out.
Finally using their brains. Hello, Dire Wraiths.
Whatever harmed the human children drew him hither. It was not our doing, but the Space Knight will blame us for it. And the insipid Earthlings may well believe the noble Galadorian unless we shift the blame to Rom. These two are human disguised for Dire Wraith. Eons ago. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, very good. It's like, it wouldn't take that long.
At least it's getting shorter and shorter, folks.
Yeah.
Your children urgently require medical care. Pinky feels so light, so lifeless. What have you done to him? This is how I found the children. The Dire Wraith see their chance to sow the seeds of discord. Liar! Murderer! It was you who harmed our children! I did nothing. Don't listen to him. He's not even human. I was as human as you once. Then the blah 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 on. It may well be they who had harmed your children. You can't fool us. You're the only alien here. You hurt the children. A stone against Space Knight armor can serve no purpose. Save the function.
Like, why does this happen every time?
Yeah. And this time he wasn't even attacking anyone.
No, he was actually trying to be smart about it. He's like, oh God.
Yeah, it's because the Dire Wraiths are playing on emotions. That's why.
Yep. I can serve no purpose.
They're orchestrating this whole thing like dance, my little puppets.
Dance, my little puppet, dance.
Fly, my pretties, I'll get you. And you're like,
it's all too. Freddy, having to do Freddy.
Yeah.
Freddy.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little soul too.
Hey, you forgot the power glove.
He wasn't running from Freddy. He was running from the power glove.
That's right.
It's so bad.
I love the power glove. It's
so bad.
Lucas. And I mean bad.
James Rolfe, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Ass.
Television makes a lot of sense. Anyway, can serve no purpose, save the function as a catalyst whereby reason is erased and chaos takes over. Perfect! The humans attack Rom. One of them is bound to be hurt, if not by him, then in the crush caused by their own panic, and then they will never believe the Space Knight. I have no wish to harm you. Look! Something appearing in his hand! A weapon! My energy analyzer is no weapon. It is merely a means of revealing the truth. If there be Dire Wraiths among you inciting humans to riot, I will soon find them out. But the race remaining in the crowd is, as he had predicted, able to defy detection, while his companion has already slipped away and shedding the human disguise, which is so abhorrent to him, assumes another shape to forewarn his fellows of Rom's arrival in Carson Glen. My race brothers in town work at constructing a giant jammer. So this is a new thing. Which
there we go.
All trace of our activities from Rom's analyzer. I must warn them to complete in construction ere Rom disengages from the mob. But the race bat never reaches the town. Halfway there, his flight is intercepted. I am Stardust. I want your life.
Chapter 2, The Scourge.
Damn.
I sound like that narrator from Sheep in the Big City doing that.
That title just screams like something out of the fifth season. It is The Scourge from Space. See him now. See the mighty Stardust.
Right.
Hey, I better stop that. I may begin to like it.
Rest in peace to one of the writers of the show.
Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to George Foreman and all of his grills.
Yep.
And he's down. He took down Sugar Ray.
As he did with the children, Turin Gar consumes the Wraith life energy. However, the children had only yielded some of their molecular matter. The Wraith yields all. Interesting. This world shelters two distinct intelligent life forms, one far more satisfying than the other. I would have more of the second to make the body grow. Sending out tendrils of star stuff to scan the vicinity, Stardust discovers a concentration of those he seeks at the power station at Carson's Glen. Oh dear! They're gonna wish it was Rom who found them.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get them just
who knew they tasted so good?
In their thoughts, the young ones whose energy I absorbed called themselves humans. The last creature I absorbed was different. His race name was Dire Wraith. There are more of his kind. Here, by the Dark Nebula! From beyond your Dark Nebula race thing, from beyond the stars, Stardust comes! The Dire Wraith have taken over the power station. In the guises of workmen, they have built their giant jammer within it and stocked it with race weapons. The former does not hide them, nor do the latter protect them from Stardust. More mass to the body. More! The Dire Wraith, the race die, turning to dust. The dust turns to molecular matter. Molecular matter is added to the growing entity that is Stardust. Why do we combat this creature in their powerless human forms when we can assume any shape we desire? Assuming savage shapes both native and alien to Earth, the Dire Wraith counterattack. Yet no shape renders themselves and them immune to the swirling star stuff, which absorbs them into the mass of Turin Gar. Only one race remains, either very wise or very cowardly. It assumed a shape which Stardust might overlook. The body grows, the body prospers. But I need more, and I need more. If I am to be free from my star stuff bond. The race rodent has no desire to fill out Stardust's well-balanced diet. Part of this complete intergalactic breakfast.
And you have to take
today.
So what do you guys think of Stardust so far?
He's an energy being. He's just absorbing whatever he wants.
He's interesting.
He's got a nightmarish in a way. Wait, I gotta continue the job. Also, especially more boxes of Stardust stuffed cereal, you can get these raw action figures free.
Yes.
There is another race sitting here. I sense its panic, its terror. I must consume it, add it to the body. Like the star creature means to devour me, as it devoured my race brothers. I am still small. I am swift. I must seek sanctuary in the twists and turns of the giant jammer. Seek not to hide from me, race food, race food, race food. For your own life energies will guide me to you, and nothing will stand in my way. Look, that's a dark creature that slew our race brothers now destroys our jammer. Without it, Rom will be able to detect us. But at that moment, Rom is having far too much trouble with common humanity to worry about race kind. Stay back. You know not what you do. That was my chance. Hey, I've never seen a gun like that. That fool is because you are a human and not a Dire Wraith. Sonic Disruptor. Then there are a race among the mob. Come on. Humans, the enemy is among you. By attacking me, he has given himself away. Yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah. I know I did that.
Now let my energy analyzer reveal all. The analyzer glows crimson, and this time the race are revealed. Something must have happened to our jammer. Rom sees us for what we are, but the humans do not. Let us sacrifice them to shield our escape. Will you never learn, race? Once detected, there is no escape for the likes of you. Limbo awaits. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Rom!
No.
You know what's going to happen.
Have you not been? We've not been through the song and dance already, Rob.
I know. Yeah. A dimensional portal opens. It sucks the race through it. leaving only malodorous mounds of ash. Half a dozen townspeople disintegrated. I tried to hold them back. Tried to believe you really had saved the children from something else, and not harmed them yourself. You did a wonderful job there, dude. But it was you, robot. You're a killer, an alien, and I aim to bring you in. The sheriff, indulging in some Western fantasy, gets the drop on Rom. Ting!
Nice going there, Barney Fife.
Blood flatters against sleek silver armor. And at last, the Galdorian has had enough. Human, each moment I waste upon your foolishness brings your children that much closer to death. Something stole their life energy. It was only by imparting a small ration of my own vitality to each of them that they yet survive. But to be whole, their life energies must be restored to them by the thief who stole them in the first place. Rocket pods roaring, Rom departs. That robot's heading right for town. Sheriff, what are you going to do? The robot fried 6 citizens, but left me alive. Why? He said something about them not being human. No, I must be mad to believe him. And yet, to your cars, men! We've got to get back to town! Meanwhile, streaking over the countryside, somehow the race jammed the detecting abilities of my energy analyzer, and just as inexplicably the jamming was removed. In that instant, I monitored a race infestation of yonder town, and the presence of that other for whom I seek. Carson Glenn's guided by his energy analyzer. Rom sets down just outside the town's power plant in time to encounter a dire wraith. Rom! My energy analyzer revealed you for what you truly are. Please, there's no time for that! It is in there! It is eating us! Don't let it get me, Space Knight! I implore you! Show mercy! Better limbo than that kind of death! And
okay.
as you wish, child creature. Again, the high whine of Rom's neutralizer fills the air. and the dire wraith receives that mercy for which he begged. The fact that, they'd rather be in limbo than have to be
that guy.
Like I said, finally getting a taste of their own medicine.
Yep. It's glorious.
Now I shall see what with my own cyborg vision that which the race feared so greatly. Already do I begin to suspect twill be? Well, it's supposed to be some kind of old-fashioned thing, but Rob has never used that before.
Well, twas the night before. Reminds me of Norm Macdonald and Family Guy. Twas the night before Christmas. Wait a minute. Twas like it was. Like
I just want to be twill, as in it will.
Twill
be the same force which harmed the children to slay a soul thief.
That's exactly what this is, a soul sucker.
Inside the power station, the last of the dire race succumbs to the energy sapping evil of stardust. More to grow in power. The body must have ever more. Be one with me, racing. Let your life flow forth into mine. The race doesn't have much choice. Like his L and his fellows before him, he turns to ash and dies, absorbed into a being called stardust. Very impressive creature from the stars. A being unlike any other I have scanned since coming to this planet. You are both warm and cold. I am Rom Spaceknight, son of Golden Galador, a cyborg graft of man and machine, and you have slain many of my arch foes. For that, I thank you. However,
did we become best friends?
However, negative. Excellent. However, my energy analyzer has also revealed that you contain the life energies of a number of young humans within your essence. Now that you have fed your fill on race kind, I must ask you to return the humans' life energies to them, that they may live as you. And you would have me give back that which I have taken? That would dissipate the mutuality of the body. Such a request may never be granted, and who would ask it reveals himself to be an enemy. Stardust strikes out with pulse of pure stardust. Why do I feel that if he had said yes, Ron would have forgiven him and said, let's take down the race together.
That's what I say. Are we best friends? The best.
Do we just become best friends? Yep. I love that meme. That clip. I love that clip from Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Which flowing over Rom attempts to consume him. No, nothing shall destroy the integrity of my armor. Diverting all power to defense. Rom's cyborg armor sets up a surface field that acts like an electromagnetic antibody, rejecting the clawing star stuff before it could do him harm. Then Rom returns to deal with Stardust. I asked you once, villain. Now I am commanding you. Return the human's life energies or suffer the wrath of Rom. Wrath? What is your wrath, semi-human, compared to the wrath of Stardust? Wait, he's Ziggy Stardust? I'm sorry, couldn't. I know you're a music fan, so I had to make a joke.
Easy there. Yeah, but David Bowie would be scared of this thing.
I was deemed deadliest of my race, Rom. Banished because I dare try to make the mutuality of the body my own. Doesn't that suggest a power far beyond your wildest dreams? Again, something is created out of shimmering stardust. Something horrible. The entity possesses many times the mass of Rom. The Space Knight cannot harm it, but it strikes him a staggering blow that drives the Silver Space Knight back towards its creator. And that is but a small sampling of my power. Shall I absorb your life energies now, Galadorian, or let my creature toy with you a while? Again, the Stardust tentacle rise up and to embrace Rom. It wishes to feed upon even you, even as I do, semi-human. All that is composed of stardust possesses the urge to grow into a body all its own. His circuit scrambled by the star-stuffed creature. Rom finds himself on the verge of defeat and consumption. Oh dear. Soon you will be one with me, Rom. Soon you will have no desire to fight the body. Soon you will want nothing more than to defend its mutuality. Sorry about that.
Your voice okay?
No. I had a hiccup. I had a bad timing hiccup. Don't you hate when that happens? Like right as you're getting into it and like
either that or that and the belch. Or sneeze. Or worse.
Darn you bodily functions.
Curse you bodily functions.
Curse you, Zim says. Curse.
I know. Isn't it? Yeah, man, you have a tired time hearing. Isn't it?
I miss Invader Zim. I really do.
So do I.
Not that.
But outside the power plant, the remaining Dire Wraiths gather. Rom is battling the Star Screecher, diverting its attention from us. Whichever one wins, we're still in danger. And Project Jammer is destroyed. We must flee. But our Jammer secret are stored in the van. We cannot leave it to be found by Rom. And unfortunately, that leaves only room enough in the van for two. They're driving us without us, leaving us to die. Don't be a fool. We are all expendable. Besides, we may still escape by assuming any shape we choose and fleeing from Carson Glen. Only this town is lost to us. There are countless others on Earth into which to start anew. And inside the power plant, and star stuff bonds similar to those which ring me. He now binds you, Space Knight, and held helpless in the circle. You cannot prevent me from analyzing you. Stardust's eyes seem to penetrate the Rom's very soul, stripping aside the shell of palladium armor and revealing the man inside. It is not a pleasant sensation. Creature, you have defiled me with your unholy examination, and any inclination I might have had to show you mercy exists no longer. I did not ask to be touched this way. I'm sorry, I had to make a joke like that.
Wait.
At least consent first.
I know. At least take me to dinner first.
Sorry, guys.
What?
There's a strong wind outside. I want to make sure no tree is going to fall on me.
Yeah, it's bad out here, too.
Yeah, well, not here.
It's very strong out.
I have suffered your power. Now you shall suffer mine. The power of Galador's greatest weapon. The neutralizer of Rom Spaceknight. As its name implies, the neutralizes energy in all its myriad forms. Among those forms being the star stuff bonds that bind and both Rom and Stardust. Incredible! You have achieved what I, despite all my powers, cannot. You have shattered the star stuff bands imposed upon my body by the body. You have freed me that I might unleash all my latent power against you. I have erred most grievously. I have freed Stardust from the limitations imposed upon him by some entity he calls the body. Even now, he sheds his humanoid shape and merges with the very fabric of space. His power is vast, evil, unlimited, and yet the body contained him by encircling him within the Stardust belt. Perhaps if I could employ this belt against Stardust, all is not lost. Swirling madly in the star storm caused by Stardust, Rom does the star stuff belt. Sensors interwoven throughout his cyborg circuits analyze the star stuff. Mastering the belt, Rom realizes its purpose was to contain Stardust's awesome powers. If it could do so once, surely it could do so again. But this time it is not the infinite entity, the body, that commands the star stuff to bind Stardust. It is Rom of Galador, the greatest space knight of them all.
Can I?
You see if you can get this championship belt from me.
You want to say
I think it's raining outside. Can I be right back for just a minute?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
I'll be back.
Dead man walking. Dead man walking. So what do you even think about this one so far for just one big chapter?
It's good. I like it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just trying to talk so we're not having dead air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dead air.
Yep. Oh, his room went dark.
Uh-oh. I hope that's just the light sensitivity.
Yeah.
There you are.
There you are.
Cat.
Cat.
Meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Garfield, I need your help. That goes without saying.
Mm-hmm.
We need to tell cats about new Alpo cat food. Hey, cat food's for the unimaginative. Imagine this. And the taste. I'll be the judge of that. So, Garfield, what do you think of new Alpo cat food? 2 demand seconds. It's cat food.
Okay.
Rom the healer.
Yep. So, let's start again. Sorry about that, guys. Complete internet kerfuffle. I'd say it is obvious I'll be cutting to this.
Yeah, we got a cat in the video too now.
Yep. Loki.
I apologize, folks. There's a very windy rainstorm all of a sudden going on outside. My power went out and flickered. So the internet took a couple of minutes to resolve itself.
Right. Though he fights furiously for survival, Stardust is bound by the star stuff shackles sent forth by Rom. He implodes, his energy collapses upon itself, and is drawn into Rom's circuit. As Stardust has stolen the life energies of others, so has Rom now stolen his. The question the sleek silver space knight must now ask himself is what to do with the power of the stars. Could he not, in one fell swoop, eradicate all traces of racekind from Earth? Perhaps, but it occurs to Rom that there is more immediate use to which he must put this power. Wait, so hold on. I'm trying to understand. So he absorbed him through the Star Stuff band? I guess.
I guess now he has the power.
I don't know. I missed that page because my power.
No, we were right here. Nothing else happened since this one.
Oh, never mind.
Got the championship belt.
Yep. Bursting with incredible energy, the cyborg and soldier steps out into the town of Carson's Glen. The townspeople have gathered around their demolished power plant, waiting to see who or what would emerge. It's the robot! He aims to destroy the entire town! And I don't aim to let him! Bullets won't stop Rom, Sheriff. Yeah, you already saw that back up. What?
You kind of froze there for a second.
Did I? Alex,
Yes.
did I?
I don't think so.
It did for me. He froze.
Oh boy.
All right. You already saw that back up on the hill. I ain't aiming at the robot, gents, but at the high tension wire hanging over his head. And hundreds of thousands of volts of electricity envelop the space knight called Rom. He sheds them as the duck sheds water. He's still coming. We're directly in his path. Run, Rom, and before he kills us all. But he's ignoring us, walking past us as if we didn't exist. Headed for the church, but that's where we took the kids. He's still after our children. How did Rom know they were there?
I think he can sense. I think he senses them thanks to the power.
Perhaps.
It could be.
The robot, what do you want here? Children, do not be afraid. I came not to harm, but to heal.
Rom is gonna heal you with the power of the ring.
Now, Rom, by the power of the Lord, I command these children to heal. Heal. Jesus heals.
Heal. But an incredible incandescent illuminates the sanctuary, bathing the comatose children in its multicolored glow. It is the power of stardust, held so long within Rom that it nearly burned out every circuit of his space knight armor. Mommy? Are you there, Mommy? I feel so bad, but I'm better now. Me too. That is without which was taken from you has been restored. It was you who helped us, wasn't it? I saw a great light and a face so noble, so kind, smiling down at me from a zillion miles away. It was a man's face, and he held long black hair. Is that what you look like inside that suit, mister? Yes, that is what I looked like once. Rom leaves the church as parents embrace their children. Outside. Oh, hold it right there, robot. I'm taking you in for murder. No one has been murdered today, man of Earth, save those who could not truly have been said to have existed. Carson Glen has been cleansed of all who would have done it and done it evil, and his children have been saved. You sure with that one girl? She looks kind of possessed.
Like she's ready to fight him.
Yeah, let me at him. This is not, and there is no disputing that last statement. The sheriff lowers his gun. I come in peace, seeking an evil in your midst. Instead, I found an even greater peril than I dared ever imagine. Both threats are gone now. Carson's Glen has been cleansed, and the children of Earth have been made whole again. I pray you live long and prosper, and never know fear again. Though I suspect fear of all that is alien is far too ingrained in the human race to ever truly be banished. I don't know. Maybe next time we'll believe and trust. On that day, man of Earth, the cyborg heart of Rom Spaceknight will cry for joy. Rocket pods firing. Rom is gone. Outside of Carson's Glen, Rom removes the Stardust bond inside which the evil entity called Stardust is trapped. Stardust is sapped of all but the energy he needs to survive and is helpless to resist. You sought, by stealing the lives of others, to become more than you deserve. Now, bound in star stuff, you are less than what you were. Depart, creature of malice. Go back to the stars whence you came. The star stuff's bonds dissipate, vanish like motes of light. Perhaps Turin Gar has been summoned back to the body to answer for this new offense. Meanwhile, Rom seeks other villainy, an energy analyzer guiding him unwearingly. He finds that which he seeks. All the components of our giant jammer are in this truck. We'll rebuild it, and where that stinking silver space I will never locate it. Then all race kind will be free to operate on Earth without the fear of discovery. Wait, what's that on the road ahead? It's Rom. He's found us. Quickly, transform and escape. Too late. No farther shape-shifting obscenities. Your device shall be destroyed. It will never be used to hide Wraithkind's presence on Earth. Are you going to slay us, Space Knight? No. Better banishment than death for the likes of you. No! Ah! Rom's neutralizer rips open the portal between Earth and the dimension called Limbo, and the Dire Wraiths are drawn exorbitantly through. There in limbo, you can see and hear all that transpires, Wraith, but you can infect nothing with your evil. For your abhorrent kind, that is a fate far worse than death. Twin piles of ashes bear grim testimony that Rom has done his duty yet again. The end.
The end.
So how was that for an annual?
What an annual, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was good. There were some moments that were kind of weird, but I think it was enjoyable overall.
Yeah,
This
I thought.
This
Yeah.
whole comic is weird.
Oh, true.
But this is but you're right. As Marvel would say, hey, this is the strangest foe of them all.
No kidding. Because this one was just kind of interesting, is what I would say.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I like the idea of assigning some of the elements, like being able to stop the energy analyzer from being able to detect.
That was good.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere, but then other stuff were just kind of like coming out of nowhere. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Hey, we have more.
Oh, the second story.
Oh, okay.
Time is 200 years ago. After leaving Galador, does it give it? It doesn't mention the issue.
What the hell?
Oh,
Whoops.
what?
Rom receives a distress call from a fellow Space Knight. There, in that dark cloud, is the source of the summon. Gods of Galador, it's... Oh, no. Glory all!
Glory all.
The glory all!
Oh, Mwah, good night, everybody.
And who is among our thinkers second only to the Prime Director himself? Who could have done this thing to him? Rob, my old friend, or is this another trick of the Dire Wraith? If Rom you are, beware! Too late, Space Knight. Our trap is sprung. Brace. And now, Rom, there is no escape for you, for more forces are at work here than you imagine. I do not simply imagine that you are Wraith, for my energy analyzer confirms it. It is a small matter to bring my neutralizer from subspace and confine you to limbo for the rest of your days. The day will come when we will dance on your grave, Space Knight, though limbo itself should bar the way. And be at ease, glory all. The menace is past. And though the race seemed oddly confident of success, even as they were being banished, I fear the shapeshifters have some ally nearby. An ally? Yes, and nearer than you would suspect. Glory all.
Betrayal.
It cannot be. You are the true sleep friend. I have a bargain with the race, and you are part of the term. In a race laboratory, Rom wakes bound. The torment of a cyborg body feels as nothing compared to the anguish of Gloriol's treason. Traitor, how did the Dire Wraith pervert the light of Galador and seduce you to their cause? You misjudged me, Rom.
I gotta say, traitor is such a strong word.
I do for the good of Galador. As a people, we excel in science, but our foes, the race, employ sorcery of which we have little knowledge. In the guise of renegade, I shall pierce the race secrets while feigning to give them orders. Your capture was necessary, and by your sacrifice, Galador would gain the means to thwart any race attack. Your actions reveal a dark intent behind your noble words. Is my life worth nothing? Do you not fear for your humanity? No, humanity and life count for nothing. Knowledge is everything, and that is
power.
I mean, suddenly, we are done waiting in glory all. When Rom is a prisoner of the Dark Nebula, then shall your trading begin. Surely there's no need to take him there. Our race lords desire him for study and entertainment. With the secrets of his armor, we may yet break the gates of limbo and loose our brothers. There is your wisdom, Glorial. Where is your wisdom, Glorial? Can the race play even Galador's greatest mind for fools? Silence! Glorial, where is your knowledge now? Pay him no mind, apprentice. You are one of us now. Let our wisdom be enough for you. Yes, I. What have I become? No. The greatest of space. I shall not fall to serve my pride and foolishness. Whatever the cost, Rom will be free. So the dog returns to his kennel. You change sides too often, cur. Die and be done with you, and we will attend to Rom. Ha! His newfound honor did him little good. I has never cared for honor, yet Rom aided me when he thought I was in danger. The fellow Space Knight, I could do no less for him. You surprise me, but only because you cling so long to life. Still, I know a cure for that. No, Gloriel's act of contrition has won me my freedom, evil one. No! Your actions distracted them, Space Knight, and bought me time to recover. With my neutralizer at hand, no race may stand against me. We failed! Failures. Be glad that your failure brings only banishment and not death. And now, Gloriel, I almost had them, Rom, the secrets of the Dark Nebula. But how can I continue after considering the consequences of my quest? I hurt, Rom. The race weapon damaged me beyond repair. We will speak no more of this incident, Gloriel, my friend, on a distant asteroid sometime later. Farewell, Gloriel. Your story may never be known. The day you forfeited the sorceress knowledge of the Dire Wraith, but you regained so much more. On that distant asteroid, there is a tomb and a grim reminder. Even a Space Knight can be blinded by his obsessions.
Oh,
that was a nice little quick story.
That was a good quick story. A little feels like he just turned around a little quick.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that was really fast.
Yeah.
When you only have 8 pages.
That's true, but still.
Let's do a dump on everything we do.
No, I'm not dumping on it. I'm not dumping on it, dude.
Another good comrade died, for God's sake.
Yep, by his own actions. But now, back to the main issues.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Runaway bride. Quick, get smoky. Okay, dirt.
Oh my God, more spookiness.
Yep. April and spring.
A lot of horror motifs and sci-fi motifs in this thing.
Yep. Yeah. Mine eyes have seen the glory. Oh, and Ann Nocenti is now the editor. She's the one who would later go on to write Daredevil after after Frank Miller's after Born Again.
Born Again.
Yeah,
I was about to say, it made me think of the new series.
Yeah, Born Again, yeah. April and spring has yet to come to the coast of Maine. Sybil, there you are, child.
Sybil, oh no, it's a split personality.
Where a long winter of evil held sway for nearly half of this young woman's 13 years. You gave me a fright when I couldn't find you, Sybil. What are you doing out here on the cliffs alone? I am waiting, Aunt Mara, for my mother and father, whom you say sailed across the sea when I was young and never came back. That was a long time ago, Sybil. I told you to abandon hope. Your parents will never return. Now come away from the cliffs. They are dangerous. And you can't see. She's blind. Let the dog lead you. Conquistador? Although the blind child cannot see the tall black mastiff, she senses it approaches.
Okay, I'm getting vibes of that Ghost of Maiden's Peak episode of Pokemon with the gasoline and everything.
Gasoline!
Wait. And so Misty, where's that dress that launched 1,000 ships? And wait a minute, she's actually a ghost? This raises all the questions.
Okay.
All right, I couldn't help it. That was one of the best Suede episodes. Is Jesus a Pokemon?
But anyway,
carry on.
Backs towards the cliff. The dog anticipates her movement and places himself between the child and infinity. Suppressing a shudder, Sybil allows herself to be led. That's a demonic-looking dog.
Yeah, sure is. Maybe it's good she's blind, so she doesn't see it. Ah!
Yep. But towards the stone-hewn stairs leading up the cliff's house. Before her goes Aunt Mara, her guardian of many years. Behind her pads Conquistador, her pet since he was a pup. Blind, the child sees neither. But of late, a light has entered Sybil's darkness. Within the light, a strange, solitary figure. Who are you, my shining silver savior? Are you some angel who will come to reunite me with my parents? Oh, please come, do. I've waited so long, prayed so hard. Please, please come. Sometimes prayers are answered.
This is giving me the Roger Corman, Vincent Price haunted house kind of vibe.
And
Really
Vincent Price.
Nice. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the Gambia.
Spring is already in full flower in the community of Clareton, West Virginia, when Rom Spaceknight bids final farewell to the town that has been his home since his arrival on Earth many months ago. So the big fella's really leaving. Bye, Rom. We'll miss you. If it wasn't for Rom, there'd be no Clareton today. We'd have all fallen victim to the Dire Wraith long ago. Among the citizenry assembled to see their friend and savior depart are two to whom Rom was closest during his time in Clareton, Steve Jackson and Brandy Clark.
Oh yeah, Steve and Brandy. I forgot about them.
I think I remember them being important.
He's off to save other towns from the Dire Wraith. Guess he no longer had any reason to stay here. No reason, Steve? He had a home here, friends, and someone who loved him despite his space knight armor. So you do love Rom. From the first moment I met him till the day I die. What about us, Brandy? We were supposed to be engaged. I don't want to talk about that, Steve. Not now. I just want to find some way to be reunited with the man I love. Wow!
Whoa!
You can't hide it any longer.
Oh my God!
It's like she just went right in deep to that now.
I don't want to hurt my boyfriend's feelings. Nah.
The lady's not thinking right. She's overly emotional.
Yep, but Rom's not a man, Brandy. Then I'll have to find some way to not be a woman.
Woman.
Women. Woman.
We're all Muppets fans, folks. We can't help it.
Yeah, we are.
I know, but still weird, isn't it?
Not weird.
She wants a metal man.
She's bottled it up ever since he rescued her. She's not holding back anymore.
True, but still, right to Steve.
Poor Steve.
Sorry,
I can feel bad for him.
He's the jerk. He's the jerk-ass would-be of this whole thing. You feel sorry for him, but he's kind of been a jackass.
He's been on and off being a jackass. That
is true.
That's true. And why would you never want to be engaged to a guy that's hot and cold like that, though.
Yeah,
that's true. But afterwards, the things she's saying, I don't blame him.
No, yeah. I'm not saying he doesn't have every right to be upset. No, it's complicated, but that's what I miss from. But that's what I miss from stories like this. It's complicated.
Right. Elsewhere in town, the sound of a manual typewriter indicates that news is being written in the office of Clareton's only paper. There, the Clareton's third and newest employee, Matt Kilburn, formerly of the Washington Weekly News, commences a crusade. The world's going to know of you, Rom, or your mission. I'll see that word of the Dire Wraith is passed. Trouble is, will anyone believe me? Making the news credible is part of any reporter's job. All
Not anymore.
Can do is his best. After that, it's up to us. Rom's flight carries him over the home of Brock Jones, Clareton's High's football coach and the town's resident superhero, the Torpedo. He sees us, Brock. He's waving. Bye, Rom. Bye. I should be up there in the air with him, seeing him off as the Torpedo. Nonsense. He knows how badly you were hurt by Hybrid. He'll understand. Besides, you need your rest. You got a lot of responsibilities now. You're the only one standing against a Dire Wraith reinfiltration of Clareton. And it's a big job, Daddy, but you can do it. We have faith in you, and so does Rom. Aww. We leave this man in the arms of his family. As as a shining silver stranger soared beyond the boundaries of a town he had come to love. We come as and of course we're getting some summaries here.
Right.
But who am I? What is my purpose? What is my purpose?
What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.
I liked him on the giant Earth for a second there. It's like, oh my god, it's a Rob Kaiju. Where are the Dire Wraiths?
Where are the Dire Wraiths?
Camera, help Rom. Camera. Dun, 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 dun. Camera. No, Jet Jaguar better. Jet Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar. Okay, anyway. Carrying him swiftly northward. Rom continues his thoughts somewhere on the lonely cliffs of the state of Maine. Galador, my world is lost to me. Moves through space by the power of Galactus. The search for it could take centuries, during which time Earth and other worlds would be at the mercy of the Dire Wraith. To abandon my mission would be to abandon the trust I have with this world. Though the Earthlings, for the most part, know it not. I have made a pact with their planet to cleanse it of race kind, or to die in the trying.
Or try dying, or do some tie-dyeing. Sorry, it's an old Animaniacs joke.
Okay. As if to underscore his oath, the rays of Rom's neutralizer, Galador's greatest weapon, sear the sky again.
But that's such a sick panel.
Yep.
There's no denying. It's so cool.
But despite his determination to fulfill his mission, the shining silver space knight is still a man, and like all men, plagued with doubt. I know my purpose for being here. I have not yet analyzed the why. Do I cleave to my oaths with this world, selflessly renouncing my most fervent desire to find and return to Galador? Or do I stay at Earth because Galador holds nothing for me to return to? The half of my human body which remained on Galador was destroyed by Galactus. Even were I to find some road leading back to the Golden Galaxy. Why do they keep going to the galaxy when it's a planet?
Maybe it's a planet and a galaxy.
No. Where never can Rom Spaceknight shed this cold Space Knight steel and resume existence as a man. What is a man? Sorry.
I want my lush hair to flow in the wind again.
Never can I hold Brandy Clark in human arm and press her heart against beating heart to my warm human breast. Never can I more machine than man dare to stand before her and profess my love. Is that why I remain then? Because there is nothing for a cold cyborg combat machine to do but carry this endless war against the Dire Wraith? 'Tis not a motive I am proud to admit. But if such is my fate, then so be it.
If this be my destiny.
Yeah, but boy, he is miserable.
He really is.
Yeah, big time. I have not yet.
Need a vacation, Rom.
I need a vacation.
Exactly. No, wait, I have not asked the why. Why? Ah, here it goes.
Here it goes.
Here it goes.
Here it goes.
Who loves orange soda?
Okay.
Before we do the whole Nickelodeon, we got to do a Nickelodeon podcast. Just the
one day.
Yep.
But his energy analyzer on wide beam, Rom searches for his foe, seeking searches from sorrow in the clash of arms. Ahead, an eerie fog closes in around Cliff House. Deep and dank and dark as death, the fog embraces the old house on the hill in a bone-penetrating cold. Within the nursery, Okay, how old is she supposed to be?
Believe me when I say some girls do keep stuffed animals.
Yeah, but I have a feeling she's been probably kind of kept in as a younger mentality, it feels like.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get too. She's been kept there her whole time, and she didn't really she aged physically, but she still feels like a little kid. She's like, mommy and daddy, I know you're gonna come back, Phil.
She is not mentally matured. No,
she grew inside, but she never truly grew up.
That's right. It's like Garfield said, my body got old, but I never grew up.
I was quoting Thundercats. By the way, you guys hear about the Thundercats? Did you guys hear about the Thundercats Powerpuff Girls?
No.
Please tell me it's the
a comic coming out?
Please tell me it's the OG and not that stupid war show.
No, it's a comic. It's a comic.
Oh God, thank God.
Okay. Calm down.
No, wait, I should say, by Thundera.
Bite your little green sorry.
It's true, Sam. If Mozart went, we should do a
Muppets. Within the nursery, this room she has occupied ever since she was a baby. The girl called child Sybil shares her sorrow with her oldest and only friend. You remember in Mommy and Daddy, don't you? Of course you do. There was so much laughter when they were here. So much alive. Hers had been a wonderful childhood, so full of color, so full of life. Here's my little princess. Mommy, Daddy, run to my arms, my happy girl. Sybil could see then she wasn't blind. No, the darkness came later with Aunt Mara when she told the hysterical child that her parents were gone, never to return. The doctors Aunt Mara brought said it was the shock that took my eyesight. Why did Mommy and Daddy leave me here in the dark, in the cold? If they still love me, why don't they come back? Carried on, Leather and Wayne's sinister screams shapes pilot unerringly through the gathering gloom to converge on Cliff House. Welcome, brothers and sisters. I knew it! That was a Dire Wraith dog!
Ah,
I knew it! I knew it was one of the Dire Wraith dogs!
Those bats are giving me Dracula vibes, or worse, Count Dracula.
Yeah.
In all of Transylvania, in the vampire house of fame, yeah. Anyway, all right. Enter the fog, and so the fog has hidden your rival. It is said the stars have eyes. I was wondering why that dog looks so weird.
Yeah.
If so, the stars are all we ever need. Fear for all human sight has been extinguished here at Cliff House. Our Dire Wraith sorceries have seen to that. On the balustrade, Sybil has been drawn from the nursery by the sound of voices below. Guess? Aunt Mara never has guessed. I wonder who they are. It's been so long since I've heard any voices save Aunt Mara's. I must listen. Curiosity, they say, killed the cat. Tonight, it slays all face a young blind girl has ever known. Come on. It has been years since we slew the master and mistress and began to use Cliff House as a base for infiltrating the surrounding area. And yet we have let their child live, Mara. Why? Because young and invulnerable she is, perfectly suited to our larger purpose. What is our purpose, Mara? See you not this dog. Conquistador was but an insignificant earth pup before our race science and sorcery transformed him into a savage, slavering hellhound, a telepathic tracker, fierce and uncanny, and totally subservient to his dire race masters. Thus far, we have only transformed animals. I would like to see if arcane arts will work on a human, the child. My parents never stayed away and left me. They were murdered by Aunt Mara and her guests. Whatever horrible thing they did to my dog Conquistador, they now intend to do to me. In a happier world, Sybil would be entitled to the privacy of her own thoughts. But as Mara said, the Hellhound is a telepathic tracker, and he scented the child's roiling thought patterns. I've got to run, got to get away. In a panic, the blind child turns to flee. Oh! Thus giving away her presence.
You gotta get away from
what was that? Mara, the Hellhound has sent someone in the hallway. Go, Conquistador! Ow! Man, I feel bad for her. Not only are her parents gone, but her dog got transformed.
Because all she could think at the moment is like, oh yeah, my dog's fine. I still have my faithful dog. It's the only remnants I have left.
I know, this girl, no wonder she's so mentally regressed. And with a room like that, I'd take, where's the hug-a-bunch when you need him? She needs a hug, big time.
Yeah.
Once a dog no longer. Conquistador is a hellhound, a shapeshifter like his race masters. He leaps forth at Aunt Mara's command. He's become an unearthly arcane cur to whom no barriers insufferable, not even solid oak doors. Conquistador and Mara sent him after me. I gotta get away. Reach the cliffs. I'd rather die than let Aunt Mara do something awful to me. I don't blame her.
I do not blame her. It's like, please give me a bicycle.
But heaven help me. I can't open the door. With a fear born of desperation, the blind child heaves for her frail form against the unyielding portal. To find that yield it does, as if open from without. Sybil senses someone, another presence. Stand aside, child. I will deal with the hellhound. Roar! My energy analyzer.
Okay, I want that catch right midair.
I know, in search of your Wraith Master's hellhound. And once I heard your baleful baying, I knew they brought forth another abomination on the face of the earth. I have fought and defeated the likes of you ere now, hellhound, but never have I taken pride in my victory. Only pity, for I know 'twas the race who bred evil into you. Curse them for taking a harmless creature of earth and making them into a monster. Run, child, hide where the hellhound howls. His masters cannot be far behind. Shadows of the dark nebula, it's Rom! By all that's unholy, today my pet will slay a space knight. Your race mistress places great faith in your sorcery spawn prowess, creature. It will be my pleasure to disappoint her. Goddess of the golden galaxy, the hellhound evades my attack by becoming intangible and passing into the earth. Meanwhile, momentarily forgotten in the heat of battle, Sybil does as Rom bade her. But the Space Knight did not know the child was blind. For her, the moors may offer not safety, but death. Oh, dear.
Yep.
There, the child flees across the moor. We must have her back so that we may transform into a force for evil, even more irresistible than the hellhound. After her, race brothers and sisters. Obeying the Dire Wraith ship from their terrible transitory shape, the slithering slavering hunters, they commenced to pursue their prey against the fog-bound moors. The hellhound has not surfaced. Could I so easily have prevailed over one so large, so fierce? No. Ian. Okay, when is he starting to? Why is he starting to talk like Ian and Twill and all that? He's never had this.
The old Rom Spaceknight.
Was Matlow like reading some old books or something?
Yeah, because it's like, where did this speech pattern come from?
I don't remember it being on their home planet, like they're talking like that.
No, Ian now, the arcane cur rises like some sinister specter before me. Strike, hellhound! Slay! The cur remains intangible. I cannot lay hands upon it, but it can touch me. Do for that for which my sorcery created you. A death-like chill shivers through Rom's cyborg circuitry as the hellhound sets in motion a massive system disruption. Then, sure that its prey is disabled, it dares to become tangible again, to deliver the coup de grace. This is the hellhound's undoing. My cyborg armor stores a solar charge, creature. Let the heat of that and that charge be transmitted to you. So, creature of cold and darkness, you cannot stand the pure power of the life-giving sun. You bay like a thing accursed. Whatever trace of earthly origin once existed in you exists no longer. No, Space Knight! Whatever gentleness and love and loyalty exists in the Earth Pup must be witched out of him by race sorcery, or carved out of him by race science. And as soon as... Boy, that makes me feel more bad for poor Conquistador.
Poor thing.
Dog.
Poor doggo.
It's always sad. It's always saddest when it's an animal.
And as soon as we finish with you, the same shall be done to the child. Race never shall I allow harm to come to the child of Earth. I have sworn to safeguard such as she, and I. Wait a minute, is he now thinking about something for a second?
Like, where's that pose? Like, I must ponder this while I beat him.
And I shall be true to my mission, though you and all your hounds of hell seek to bar my path. But I sense that the longer I tarry with your cur, the graver the danger becomes to the girl. 'Tis time to set aside pity for the poor transformed animal I fight and summon from subspace my neutralizer. Even as Galador's greatest weapon appears in the Space Knight's outstretched hand, the Hellhound leaps. Would that you understood, creature, that I do what I do not out of malice or hate, but to release you from the horror imposed upon your existence by the Dire Wraith. Rom's neutralizer screams, hee! And for the briefest of moments, the howling Hellhound becomes again a creature of this planet, a child's pet, grown large and savage. But the neutralizer cannot alter what race Sinus has wrought, nor can it banish to exile in that other dimensional limbo that was born on Earth. No, for a creature such as the Hellhound, the only relief this sorrowful Space Knight can offer is the all-embracing release of death. I am sorry, Thingiverse. Now, sorceress, you have much to answer for. And who will make me answer, Space Knight? You? Oh, have you ever yet come up against a race high witch? You have now. Something fog to her like an all-concealing shroud. The race woman known as Mara begins to transform within her arcane cocoon. What horror is wrought therein? You braved the darkness of the dreaded Dark Nebula, Rom. You saw it with your own eyes. Race World! Yes, but Race World hid monsters deep inside it, Rom. Monsters old when our planet itself was young. Monsters such as I have become. You seek to entrance me, witch, to paralyze me. The horror while your magic seeks my life. But Race World is dead. Race kind has been driven out into space. 'Twas Space Knights like myself who won that victory. As long as I wield my neutralizer, I have nothing to fear from the likes of you. I know! My spell dissipates, my magic dissolves, and I fade away to fall through the dimensional doorway. Kill me, Rom! Better death than banishment! Limbo shall have you, sorceress, till time's end. But the child, where is the child the race sought to work her hellish arts upon? The Moors! Rocket pods flaring, Rom soars above the fog and across the moors. If the race have harmed so much as a hair on the child's head, Rom will see that they suffer ere they too go into exile. Away ahead, Sybil runs, brought holy hunters on her trail. But the race are strangers to Earth, while Sybil was born and raised here. Indeed, many's the day she walked the path about Cliff's house, dreaming of the gay days of her youth. Though blind, she knows every inch of these moors. But will that knowledge be enough? Rom's cyborg eyes desperately attempt to pierce the veils of fog. Then, there, the child, I have found her. Fear not, child of Earth. Your time of travail has passed. I can't see you, but somehow you shine like a light in my darkness. You are blind, and yet you fled alone across the moors. Memory guided my footsteps. These moors are my home. I knew I would be safe. But what of those who pursued you, child? The moors were not their home. They were unnatural to it. I felt their cold closing in upon me. Sensed their dark evil close behind me. I knew I would die before I let them take me. Then I heard them scream, and soon the screaming stopped. I knew the Moors, while they did not, and the Moors protect their own.
Oh yeah, you go, girl.
Someday my prince will come. The Submariner. All right.
Yeah.
Crossover time.
Yep.
Again, it's that time, folks.
Reading the early Fantastic Fours again, I've really grown attached to Namor. He's a complicated character.
Rom in the realm of the Submariner.
Welcome to Atlantis, Imperious Rex.
The moon rises over the water, Sybil. It is time for me to go. Somewhere on the lonely coast of Maine, two survivors stand. One is the Silver Space Knight, Rom. The other is the blind Earth Child, Sybil. Each has lost things they cherish because of the dreaded Dire Wraith. Rom lost his humanity and his world. Sybil, her parents, and her childhood. Perhaps in each other, they will find the companionship they so desperately crave. Well, really, narrator? Really?
I have second thoughts about that.
I kind of doubt that.
We need to have words.
Well, it's not like Rom is acting on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Antonia, hey, how would you know that? Antonia, narrators are omniscient. I know everything. Hoity-toity, Mr. God, like Smarty Pants.
But what will become of me when you leave me, Rom? You are the light in my darkness. You came to Cliff House and saved me from the evil of Aunt Mara and her fellow Dire Wraiths. Before you came, I was without friends, without hope. You would not abandon me, sightless and alone. I can see that you would not. What is it your blind eye sees, Sybil? A good man, generous and noble, with a soul as lonely as my own. But is it a man you see, child of Earth, and not a cold cyborg combat machine? Your armor is cold, Rom. The man inside is warm and alive. Okay, let me know that the inker over Sal's made her look much younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks even more actually like a child now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Before,
I think they were like, "Hey guys, we drew her a little too older. Can we go shrink her down?"
the man inside died on far-off Galador, Sybil, countless light years from Earth. That is the torture I sense in the half that remains. You perceive many things in your blindness, Sybil. The anguish you sense, child, is that, and half a man is not enough. I may never dare express my love to the Earth woman, Brandy Clark. I see that I will die here if you leave me, that I will turn cold and wither as the rose upon the vine. Rom, the Dire Wraiths have despoiled my home, slain my parents. There is nothing left for me at Cliff House but death. You speak of death, you who have your humanity, your entire life ahead of you. And we're getting a summary of some of this.
Yeah.
You stir my heart within my cyborg breast, child of Earth. I cannot cleanse the horror of race kind from your soul, but perhaps there is something I can do about your race-wrought blindness. Summoned from subspace, Rom's energy analyzer appears in the silver space knight's outstretched arms. On a hand, its crimson glow envelops the girl child Sybil and reveals more about her than a lifetime spent in her presence could ever hope to unveil. The child senses this opening up of her soul to another with a feeling akin to wonderment. Then, aided by the analyzer's beam, Ron's cyborg's vision discerns what for which he searches. Bands of blackness about the child's retina. Vile Dire Wraith sorcery inflicts the blindness upon her. Do not move, child of Earth. Not a muscle, not a hair. Rom's energy analyzer vanishes, displaced by its awesome neutralizer. Set on an extremely narrow focus, its beam sears past Sybil's eyes, neutralizing whatever evil energy it finds there, and restoring her sight. Moonlight on the water. Well, to be fair, it is more of a case of whatever was blinding her.
Yeah.
Which, boy, those cursed Dire Wraiths, does their evil know no limit?
Exactly.
Yes.
Can no evil go untainted?
Can no evil go untainted?
Hey, fellas, looking for a parking space? You can have mine. Now, this guy's
rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, the Space Ghost actor from... he's reunited with Terry now.
Yep.
Yeah.
A touch to his soul as Rom stands too smooth to speak. Then, I must go now. Wait, Rom, take me with you.
Take me with you. You Santa Ayad, we good.
But you have your sight now. Your home is restored to you. Cliff House is no longer my home. With the race staying strong there, I could never set a foot aside it again. Yes, some places once touched by race kind are no longer suited to human inhabitation. Your senses are strong, child of Earth, that you can see such things. Very well. Cliff House shall be no more. Wow! You have suffered much, lost much to the evils of race kind, child. You stand alone in your world, and sensing their evil as you do 'twould not be long ere they sought to slay you, or worse. Okay, that's a good point. To leave you would be to condemn you. So come. Isn't that what she told you earlier, Rom? So come with me, you shall. Though my way be strewn with dangers, though my path be strewn with dread, perhaps somewhere in this wide world you call Earth, we will find for you a home. Somewhere beneath the same ocean over which Rom now soars lies the fabled kingdom of Atlantis, legendary realm of Namor, the first sovereign of the seas, the mighty Submariner. Assemble, all ye Atlanteans, yet ye may hear the words of Lord Neptune's oracle. I fear I bear bad tidings, my prince, and the portents tell of a dark peril about to befall fair Atlantis. Oh dear, that's going to put him on the warpath, as always.
Namor is way too hot-blooded for somebody who lives in the ocean, cold depths of the ocean.
Maybe he should live in a pineapple under the sea instead.
Oh, ha. Yeah, no way. Squidward would drive him nuts. That's the cephalopod and its insidious, insane clarinet playing.
I see in your hands the Neptune Nautilus, old one. Is it that which was and has whispered to you evil tidings against the realm? Yes, my prince. As you know from Neptune's cave, this shell did come to prophesy the future. Aye, and nearer has it. Now, for Submariner, that makes sense, saying that. Nearer has it been known to prophesy wrong. Speak, old one. What is the evil which the sacred Nautilus has foretold? Listen for yourself, my prince. Hear you, not muttered magics and sinister spells cast in some alien tongue, calling forth unholy horrors from the sacred shrine of our Lord Neptune himself. Sacrilege! Defilers practicing vile sorcery in Neptune's cave? Who would dare? Name them, Oracle, so all Atlantis would know its enemies. The Neptune Nautilus is silent now. It reveals no more. That I shall have to see with my own eyes what evil it is that besets the realm. My prince, wait! Let me summon forth the soldiery. Our liege lord is already beyond hearing, warrior. That even had he heard, he would have said nay. For when danger threatens the realm eternal, the Submariner swims alone. Neptune's cave is a repository of ancient arcane power. Whoever could fathom its secrets would master mighty magic indeed. But I will not allow our most sacred shrine to be turned against Atlantis. So swears Namor. So swears the noble Submariner.
Okay, you're hamming it up a little too much. Back it up.
Oh, come on, he's beat you. Come on.
I know you're having fun.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, Robert, that was one of his comic books.
These Atlanteans.
At that moment, separated from Atlantis, only by the depths of the vast Atlantic Ocean, Rom soars on. We have traveled for hours as the Earthlings tell time. My rocket pods have full thrust. The moon has set behind us, and the sun has risen ahead. Yet still the great waters stretch on. What a world of wonder this sleeping child was born into. Oh, I would preserve it for her and for her children and grandchildren to come, leaving them a legacy of peace and not a history of horror heated upon the generation by the dreaded Dire Wraith.
Pure soul.
Wait, what?
Now, pure soul of the Rom is to think that.
Yep. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. Suddenly, Sybil awakens with a start. Rom, there's a danger. They are here. Danger? What is it, Sybil? What do you sense? Wraithkind, so near and yet so far. Oh, Rom, their evil marks me, makes me shudder as if their darkness were about to descend upon me again. Banish fear from your heart, child of Earth. We are far out over the vast waters, and even if Wraithkind should find us here, there is no way they can harm you while you are in the care of Rom Spaceknight. Scarcely are the words spoken when Rom, look out!
Yes, water dragon. Serpent.
Sea serpent, rising, slime soaked from the depths, breathing scalding fire. I must summon my energy analyzer and see what manner of creature it is we are confronted with. Why not just summon your neutralizer and slay the 7-4 slays us? I must ascertain whether the beast be of race or earthly origin before choosing my course of action. The energy analyzer beam bathes the slavering sea serpent and reveals it to have once been a harmless electric eel, now horribly mutated beyond all proportion in size and savagery.
There's one underwater creature that scares the death out of me. It's eels. They're ugly and
you can thank
Mario 64.
Mario 64 for that, right?
Exactly. There were three.
Is really creepy,
and they kept repeating it in every game. They did it with Banjo-Kazooie. They did it with Duck Dodgers. They did it with Superman 64. Even
I think, especially because that 64 with the limited, polygons and stuff, it really makes it creepy.
Yep. Yeah. The race did that just as they altered my poor puppy conquistador, and just as they intended to do to me. Yes, there is race villainy apparent here. Though how you can see what only my cyborg vision should be able to detect is a mystery to be pondered later after we have dealt with the race mutation. Again, energy analyzer is displaced by neutralizer, and its high whine counters the electric fire spewed forth by the screaming sea serpent. But even as the sea serpent is neutralized, it lashes out with every last iota of its electrical energy, and a lethal current engulfs Rom and Sybil. Rom absorbs the brunt of it in his armor, acting as a living lightning rod in order to save the child of Earth. He succeeds, but at what cost to them both? Circus disrupted, he can no longer remain conscious, much left aloft. The trackless ocean waits beneath and below. But eyes keener than an urgent have spied the battle from afar, and on winged ankles, the mighty monarch of the sea arrives in time to save Sybil from a watery grave. Who are you? Who are you, child, that you accompany monsters and men of metal to the vicinity of Neptune's cave? My name is Sybil. I came here with Rom, my savior, when we were attacked by a sea serpent sorcerously mutated by the Dire Wraith. Sorcery? Aye, 'tis that which I have come to prevent this day, and your friend has already fallen victim to it. He shall be saved. But first, you, Air Breezer, must be conducted to the safety of my city, fair Atlantis, far beneath the ocean wave. The bubblefish I have summoned from the depths will bear you there, and my people will receive you kindly. Go. Fear not. Tell all that what you have witnessed, and that your liege goes forth to find the foe. And Rom, what of Rom? Have I not already said your friend shall be saved? Never has Namor the First gone back on his word. Finally, because someone told him ahead of time without a misunderstanding, and good for Namor, because good Lord would he have assumed the worst.
I know, that would be lots of problems.
I wonder if his time with the Defenders has humbled him a little.
It's good timing. I think is good timing.
That too. Once Atlantis is in danger, he'll fight to his last breath.
But he'll also jump at shadows too.
Now, to be fair, sometimes those shadows are evil.
Untrue, but still unaware that Sybil has been saved, unaware of anything. Rom sinks deep into the depths. A Galadorian graft of man and machine. This silver cyborg space knight can die if deprived too long of air. Perhaps it is his screaming neurocircuits that wake him in time to act. Where I am drowning, acting instinctively. Rom cuts in his respirator. For 2 centuries, it enabled him to navigate in space. Now it enables him to survive beneath the sea. Sybil is nowhere to be seen. I must get a fix on her with my energy analyzer. However, it is not the child of Earth Rom's energy analyzer detects, but something dark. Something evil. The Dire Wraith. There can be no mistake. Their obscene energy patterns are patterns. They are nearby. If they have seized the child down here under the sea, then Rom must save her. As Rom searches for Sybil, the monarch of the sea searches for him. Would that you could speak, my finny friend, then you might lead me to he whom I seek. Geez, unlike Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Aquaman can't say, could you fish tell me? Thank you.
I know. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. Not now. Okay.
Not now. Okay. I love that.
That's how my nephew got into DC. I gave him the Super Friends on DVD. Meanwhile, Wonder Twin powers activate.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
I could be defeated by a sponge, not even a evil sponge, just a sponge.
What was it? What was the brother's name?
It was shit. It was named after the Osmonds, I think.
Donnie or
no, it was something else. Look it up real quick. Even though
I want to do the Zan, not now.
Cartoon Network, the best place for cartoons.
Hey,
I know. Thanks, Solomon Grundy one pants too.
Solomon Grundy one pants too. Who do I look like? Santa Claus?
Radiac, what is it?
Oh yeah. Wait, add it.
What?
I had in my mind. Oh yeah, now I remember. Someday he might just be as developed as you.
I was just about to do the Powerpuff Girls.
I was thinking that.
I know. No!
What? Why do they always get that wrong? It's Powerpuff. No
TD. Well, and destroy them. Destroy them. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I sense within this barracuda great dread.
Ooh,
perhaps
barracuda.
Perhaps the girl's savior is the cause of this unnatural fright. In any event, the sources of his fear seems to be at the sight of Atlantis' most sacred shrine. Woe betide those who would stand against this prince of Atlantis. Meanwhile, silencing his fiery rocket pods, lest they reveal his presence too soon, Rom follows his analyzer's beam to the source of the evil it has detected. Though still I see no sign of Sybil, there can no longer be any doubt on that the children of the dreaded Dark Nebula practice their ancient and abhorrent magic here beneath the Earth's ocean. Oh dear!
And there's 3/4 of the Earth is just like that, so we're in trouble. The water world is in trouble.
Yeah. But look at this!
Wow!
Oh my God!
It's like something right out of a King Neptune story.
Yeah. I, the demonic Dire Wraith, are here. The race have assumed shapes suitable for the tremendous pressure and Stygian darkness at the ocean's floor. They are truly horrible, and made even more so by the mystic murmuring they utter as they swim in sorcerous circles that a strange black pearl. 'Tis then that they sense.
Oh no, it's the Black Pearl. Get Johnny Depp on the phone.
Yeah. Pirates movie.
On 'tis then that they sense his presence. On Rom, the Spaceknight is in here. Did you think all the weight of the Earth's oceans could keep you from me? On dogs of darkness? No, 'twas a child you thought you'd been blinded who led me to you. Oh, where is she? Where is Sybil? Release her or be banished to limbo for all the faster. You are mad, Spaceknight. There's no human here. On. Ow! Ow! Ow!
That one really got you, man.
I hate when I.
Easy boy, easy.
I hate those. I really hate those.
Bear with us, folks. Hopefully, we don't have.
Oh yeah,
No.
Yeah,
Give me a moment.
that one really got to him.
Oh, my neck.
Oh, mine. It hurt my chest.
Yeah, just from that sneeze, I felt that.
It's one. I just hate the recoils. I
know, it's whiplash, isn't it?
Yeah.
More than that.
I felt.
Oh God.
Okay. I'm good.
Take a drink.
Okay.
Take a drink.
I got soda. That's all I can drink right now.
Bicarbonate of soda, I hope. No, just Coke.
Only race kind deep in incantation at this submerged point. fount of power, this subsea cave which we have discovered. We have to awaken we hope to awaken an ancient evil long dormant, Rom, and you shall not interfere. But who will stop the Space Knight? He has banished so many of our brethren to limbo. Let us flee and work our magic elsewhere. Cowards! Curse! You will either face the Space Knight while I finish weaving our fearsome spell, or you will be fed to the Black Pearl! The pearl. Black Pearl seems to glow with an eager, ebony energy. Tendrils of darkness reach out and consume the shrieking race fish. Then, its loathsome appetite satiated, the Black Pearl leashes that life energy it has sucked from the soul of the race in a narrow black beam directed deep into the interior of Neptune's cave. We must stop Rom, lest we provide fodder for the Black Pearl as well. But isn't death better than banishment to limbo? Perhaps, but the Black Pearl is worse than death. Finding in their fear of ferocity that passes for courage, the race horde swarms towards Rom, transforming into a more fearsome shape still, that they might overcome the Space Knight. How like witnessing a parade of horrors it is to watch you assume your myriad malevolent shapes, race scum. But what error? Again, what is with this?
Why do I get the bad feeling that kissing? Why do I get the weird feeling that kissing Rogue that made his English skip a few apostrophes?
It feels like that. Doesn't it feel like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thinking Rogue's kiss
me
is
too.
Him try but fail to
read too many old books.
He's going all this sugar.
Yeah, but still, it's like, what the heck?
And this is long before Gambit. Remember?
Well, yeah, definitely long before Gambit.
Yeah, Big Smoke. Remember Big Smoke. Remember the name.
Remember the name.
They will rename Duck Dodger in the 24th and a half century.
Okay, I'm good.
You okay?
All right.
Yep, I just belched.
You.
What error, evil guys, you assume still shall you fall before Rom, till I learn the truth of what you have done to the child, Sybil. Your concern for the pathetic populace of this pitiful planet is most touching, Rom. How fitting then that you shall die on this world you are pledged to defend. And die, race. Half of me has already perished during the course of my war with you. Perhaps then to lose your other half space and prepare then to lose your other half Space Knight. My arm caught fast in a vice-like maw, whilst another dreaded ceasing reaches towards me with tendrils trailing searing acid. To be free of one, I must fight the other. Now, racehorse, feed on one of your own. But even as the shining Space Knight turns to face another foe, killing and current searing through my circuitry. Now, Rom, while you stand stunned, I will case you in a cocoon harder than the hardest coral. And here you will stand, a Space Knight statue beneath an alien sea. What does it mean to oppose you? And what does it mean to oppose you, race scum? It means having the will to wage unceasing war against a race so vile. Its very existence is an affront to the shining star. To wage such a war is my duty, my most fervent desire. With half my humanity gone, combat is my sole and reason for surviving. By the golden gates of Galador, to think that I was once a man of peace. Fear not, Rom. Soon you will know peace again. In that sure cease from strife found by all who die in the Stygian darkness of the dreaded poison squid. Now, race brothers, as my toxic ink stuns the cyborg's neural circuitry, let us finish him by force of numbers. We're weary of war, or perhaps sickened by the thought of it, that in waging war, he may have abandoned Sybil to drown beneath the waves. Ron succumbs to the race onslaught. He does not resist, race brothers. Let us slay the Space Knight now. No, Namor of Atlantis has given his word that Sybil's savior shall not perish. And even if I had not, still, I would be truly despicable were I to let any creature fall to the likes of you.
Despicable.
I have been saved by a water-breathing inhabitant of Earth, possessed of savage strengths, who propels himself through the depths on winged ankles.
Try not to laugh, dude. The winged ankles are kind of silly.
I am Namor, first prince of Atlantis, he whom men call the savage submariner. In truth, never have I felt so savage as now when I see my kingdom's most sacred shrine sullied by aliens of whom of an almost unspeakable horror. Yes, we are aliens to your planet, water human, but soon it will be your kind who are strangers to Earth. One day the entire world will belong to the race kind to serve as a base to launch our second invasion of Galador. The first invasion caused me to lose half my humanity and the woman I love. Would you allow them to despoil your world as well, man of Earth? I am Prince of Atlantis. I bear no love for the surface world. Yet I can see that these foul fiends will not stop at conquering those realms above the waves. They would have all of Earth. But by the golden galaxy, my neutralizers shall see to it that they possess none of it. The crackling crimson beams cut through the crepuscular depths, ripping open the fabric of space and time to create a portal betwixt?
Wait, what?
Betwixt?
Is that a word?
Be what? Let me look it up real quick. How do you spell it?
Oh, wait, yep, that is a word.
Okay, what does it mean?
It's between.
Between, okay.
Then our yield English.
Our world and that other dimension called limbo. Therein, race kind will have none to practice evil on, save themselves. All who have began the spell have been banished, but Rom and the subsurface and surface human have not yet noticed that I, a high race witch, another one, remain. Thus, all is not lost. Now I may feed myself to the ravenous Black Pearl.
Ew, bones and skeleton.
Son of Galador, another of our enemies seek to escape our wrath. The race high witch, deadliest of the swarm. And 'tis it's not escape she seeks, Prince of the Sea, but the mystic Black Pearl, whose hellish power has already mutated harmless earthfish into monstrosity. The Black Pearl is of race creation, Rom. It cannot transform race kind into something other than what we are, but it can horribly twist Earth's organisms into mindless instruments of destruction. We detected one such organism possessed of vast mystical and nurtured might, lying dormant inside Neptune's cave. Now, by sacrificing myself, I shall feed the Black Pearl by magic and awaken the ancient sleeper in Neptune's cave. Again, the ebony beam of energy stabs deep into the subsea cavern's darkness, and this time something moves inside. Woe betide Atlantis! Neptune's cave is a vast repository of ancient power. There are creatures slumbering therein that should never see the light of day. One wakes and casts off slumber, Namor. I can see its bulk filling the interior of the cave. Now my own eyes do perceive it too. Vast and powerful, with a form as shifting as the seabed from which it takes shape. 'Tis one I have fought before, son of... that was Namor saying it.
Oh, no.
Is one I have fought before, son of Galador. Perhaps the deadliest creature the monarch of the sea has ever confronted. Yet now it is larger, fed by race magic and arcane art, long forgotten by the mages of my realm. Spaceman, stand you beside me. If not, I fear Atlantis will be lost. Assignment. Reread the Tales of Astonishment number 71 and be here for the battle beneath the waves.
Okay, note to self. I gotta read more Marvel again.
But boy, that looks weird.
It does. It looks like a big black freaky. No, wait. With it all kind of smoky like that, it reminds me of Horde Prime from the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, God.
Send for Skeletal and Horde out.
Never fear, Master.
I'll take care of this Christmas spirit. You can't even handle that bustle-bound female She-Ra. Just a minute. What about the way He-Man handles you? No game.
No game. Christmas special.
What works for my sister works for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I am Adora, He-Man's twin
sister.
Okay. Hey, gorgeous.
Yeah, but now I think this one could be the last one.
If it wraps up the Namor arc, sure.
All right, let me double check. I'm just going to the end to make. Yep.
That looking. Cousin It, what happened to you?
What? Okay. You know what? That looks like Gossamer.
I was about to say, it looks like Gossamer's cousin from Looney Tunes.
Yeah, except green. Except green.
That is a very interesting monster.
Are such interesting monsters.
I know. It's such interesting monsters, too. Now let's put our panties in
Monsters live such interesting lives.
That was one of the better later Daffy cartoons, but even though you could tell Mel's voice was not as good, you're doing well.
Yeah, true, but still.
But still, to hear Mel Torme come out of Daffy is hilarious. And ironically enough, he was reading comic books, specifically
Godzilla
and Mad Magazine. What, me worry?
Anyway, many fathoms below the sea, Rom Spaceknight and Prince Namor, the savage submariner, confront the threat of Dire Wraith conjuration, which, if not checked, could spell the end of the underseas kingdom of Atlantis and of the surface world as well. Oh dear.
No,
boy. I like that a
lot. What? What's wrong with it?
No, nothing. Is that from something, or are you making that
up? No, I've made it up.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Because we sometimes do obscure references to each other.
I know, but not this time. Saints of the seven
seas.
Yes, that unspeakable horror, I never thought to set eyes upon again, strides forth from my people's most sacred shrine, the fount of ancient magic called Neptune's Cave. The mariner first met this monster in tales to astonish. So I think the reason why they told us to read it is because there's not even a name for it, I guess.
Right. 7 feels so astonished. That's like way back.
That was before Iron Man and all that got their own title. It became their own titles.
No, he was in Tales of Suspense.
Oh.
No.
But you know what I mean.
I know. They were all those anthology books. I think he shared it with Hulk by this point.
Yeah. Wasn't it also in that where you had him and Daredevil have their first meet?
I think so. That I think a lot of it kind of led into the later into the 60s and the whole Defenders thing with Doctor Strange as well.
Right. But anyway.
Sorry to show off like a bunch of nerds, folks.
Hey, it's perfectly fine.
But if it's here, because Marvel used to be so interconnected. What happened?
What happened? Sorry. I had to phrase it like that. What happened? I love that show.
What happened? Yeah, me too.
What happened? You'll see.
You'll see. Okay. But anyway. It was the cave's mythic power that the Dire Wraith sent and drew on to summon forth the sleeper from his slumber. Father, the sleeper has awakened!
What was that from?
From Dune.
Oh, right. I never read it.
No, that's from the movie.
Which one? The recent one or the one with Sting?
The one with Sting.
I thought so.
Yeah, the sleeper has awakened.
What a weird movie. I got to see it all the way.
The undersea creature had long lain dormant in darkness until awakened by evil alien incantations focused to a shimmering black pearl. Again, the black pearl. Oh, black spot.
The black spot.
Okay. Dire Wraith to you. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And darkness whips the sea and currents to a violent frenzy. We are being swept from the vicinity of Neptune's Cave by an irresistible undersea tidal storm. And the creature follows. He moves in our direction, in the direction of our Atlantis, my kingdom beneath the waves, realm of my race. Cursed be the vile villain who would unleash such horror upon my gentle city. I, the Dire Wraith, are even a race accursed or ever a race accursed, Namor of Atlantis. But rallying against them will not save my city. You are wise to restrain my race, spaceman. Who are these race? From whence do they hail? To Earth, they fled. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, we have the usual. But it makes sense here because he's
surprisingly, it took this long.
No, it's okay. At least he explained that it's because he has to explain it to him.
Yeah, at least it makes sense here. I did see them shift their shapes until they appeared as monsters most foul. And I did witness their vile magic as they despoiled our most sacred shrine. Race and vile the race are, and masters of dark mysticism, but they are beatable. I have beaten them. Their evil can be stopped. We deal not with kind per se and now, but with an earth-spawned engine of destruction. The surface child, whose life I saved, did predict as much. Sebal, and I, as I did streak towards Neptune's cave, I witnessed the aftermath of your encounter with a race-mutated sea serpent. I was in time to save the child and did dispatch her to Atlantis. 'Twas she who beseeched me to aid with you, whom she did call Savior. Then Sebal, the child I saved from horrible race mutation lives. Praise all the gods there be of golden Galador. But what did the submariner say? Sebal now resides in Atlantis, and 'tis towards Atlantis that the monster inexorably directs its lumbering steps. I must follow in the wake of Prince Namor and offer my might in defense of his realm. As a space knight, I can do no less.
That's a fact.
As two titans wage a desperate subsea race. Proud Atlantis lies somewhere at some leagues distant, as yet unaware of her imminent peril. Wait, what? Ho! Something comes! The guard's eyes are sharp that he has perceived through the dim, dark depths, a bearer of life. An air breather! Who are you, child of the surface world, that you come to Atlantis gates in such a manner? I am Sybil, and I have been born here and thus at the command of your prince, he who is called the Submariner. I am possessed of the dubious gift of being able to detect alien evil stemming from the dreaded Dire Wraith. And the Submariner bade me tell you that the race kind resides here, beneath the sea, and that all Atlantis is at peril. Oracle, why did you not foresee such dangers? But I did, and thus dispatched our prince to its source. But in truth, I detected the Submariner to Neptune's cave and hoped that he would be slain by the magic of my race, brother. I knew it.
You're good at detecting the wraiths quicker than Rom, my friend.
You have your own energy analyzer we're not aware of, Rob.
That's nightmarish, though. Sorry.
Yep. No, it was just a gut feeling. That's all.
Yeah, but it's nightmarish.
Rom Spaceknight.
They're like the Terminators, though. They can take the form of anything and hide so easily.
Yeah. Yep. But I mean, I just had a weird feeling that there's something was off about him. That's all.
Yeah. Something's off about the fortune teller. It's like that. It's like those three.
Never trust the. I almost never trust the viziers. Never. I think it will help this guy look very much like the Sod.
No, it reminds me of those three old ladies with the one eyeball with Hades and Disney's Hercules.
Oh, no. A new danger presents itself. The child. If in truth she possesses some uncanny sixth sense which enables her to penetrate race disguise, then we who have infiltrated Atlantis will soon be discovered. And an Atlantis forewarned is an Atlantis forearmed. Thus the child must die. Wait, he has a magic wand?
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Well, he's an oracle, and they did say about Wraith Magic.
Yeah, but Wraith never needed a wand before.
Well, she must not be a high-ranking witch then.
Yeah,
I just get the magic wand.
To be fair, this is the male form, so maybe that's why it's channeling it to something else.
That's right. I think they said the mysticism is bigger in the females. So
it's more prominent in the females. Yeah, but still. Perhaps it is the Dire Wraith's evil intentions that trigger Sybil's ultra sense, or perhaps it's the imminent arrival of something far more dangerous still. To arms, Atlanteans! To arms! Your kingdom is attacked! If any there were and missed it, the Atlanteans assembled who doubted the surface child's abilities, they doubt them no longer. Neptune's trident! And there's a monster at the gate!
Oh my God, it just took out Jaws.
I am definitely using that in the thumbnail. I am definitely going to use this in the thumbnail.
That is a splash page where it's ripping out and hanging on the wall.
I realize how big that thing is.
Yeah, that is.
It's a kaiju. It's a sea kaiju.
A sea kaiju.
Well, yeah.
And it just took out several sharks. Where's that in the next Jaws movie?
That seems more like a sci-fi shark movie.
No, you know what? You're right. It's in the next Mega Shark versus Mega Octopus.
Once again, it seems like once you, Alex, you're gonna have to mute because once we reach the 2-hour mark.
The 2-hour mark.
What is up with that? In the Submariner's absence, it is his chosen vizier who holds the scepter of sovereignty and orders the Atlanteans to attack. Oh, that's the vizier. Never mind.
Oops. Yeah, it's the Oracle, remember?
Yeah. Summon every available soldier. Raise the general alarm. Our danger is great. For in truth do I recognize the creature that attacks fair Atlantis as the sleeper from Neptune's cave. The legends say that when an aquatic atrocity awakens, Atlantis falls. Let us pray the legends are wrong. In less time than it takes to tell the Atlantean palace is abandoned. All her solidarity gone forth to confront the foe. Sybil stands alone within her life-sustaining bubble. Oh, it was a knife! But no, not quite alone. There is another danger here, another danger near. Yes, child, you're sharp. Your senses are sharp indeed, child of Earth, that you perceive your peril, even here at the bottom of the sea. A dire race! Yes, a dire race human. And your death! Sybil's cries out for help, but the Atlanteans are all too far away to hear. So they just left her there?
It's going to take all of them to take out that sea monster.
Yeah, fine. Meanwhile,
she's a land dweller.
Yeah, dude, she is a bloody land dweller. And did our prince not once battle such a creature? Aye, and even the savage submariner barely survived. How much greater the creature appears now? Where is Namor in Atlantis' hour of need? Just how great that Atlantean need of their liege lord is, even these brave warriors do not fathom, until twin beams of eerie ebony energy stabs forth from the seaweed creature's eyes. Oh, the seaweed! And
oh God!
Damn, dude.
What?
I said, damn, dude.
Yeah, right. If the Atlantean elite shock troops of the realm are no match for the mighty monster, who is? And look, they're skeletons.
I know they clearly weren't a match for that thing.
Bones.
Yep. The answer, it would appear, is no one. The creature advances unchecked. No! Ah! Golden spires topple like castles made of sand. But amidst the carnage, there are those who thrill at the devastation, who cheer it on. Plotters and conspirators, they are traitor Atlanteans and their alien ally, the Dire Wraith. Oh, that is good in Atlantis lie crushed. The Atlanteans fight bravely, but despair that their prince, the Submariner, has already fallen. That despair shall be their undoing, and dead Namor must be slain by the seaweed creature. You don't know him very well, do you?
Oh, he don't know me very well, do he?
Else he would be here in his kingdom's hour of need. The Dire Wraith is wrong. In fact, the Submariner is here. Prince Namor is here, and with him Rom, greatest of the Space Knights. Woe be it unto they who have wrought such devastation upon fair Atlantis. You who and thou and hulking horror are but mindless machination, a magic spawned hand servant doing dire race evil. And you fall, so shall they. As you fall, so shall they. Without weapons, without fear, Namor attacks. How regal is this subsea monarch? As the sight of the Submariner, the battle-weary Atlanteans rise up with renewed hope. Mama, look! 'Tis Prince Namor, our Lord lives. And what's more, he fights! Can we do any less, Atlanteans? No! To battle! For Atlantis! For the Submariner!
For the Submariner!
Again, the clarion call of the combat conch.
To the invisible mobile away!
Resounds throughout the realm. Again, the Atlantean legions gird their loins for battle. 'Twould be a lie to say that they stream forth without fear in their hearts. Many have already faced the fearsome foe. Many of their comrades have already fallen. But to a man, they are Atlanteans all. Their realm is endangered. And to a man, they will follow where'er their monarch leads. Swim you beside us, man of space. So be it. Atlantis welcomes you as an ally. You shall ne'er find her ungrateful. So swears the Submariner. Imperious Rex!
I love what he says.
Whoa!
I want that as a poster. I want that as a poster.
That's a great splash page.
It's one of the best splash pages we have seen.
I want posters and pinups of a lot of these things.
In days to come, to generations of Atlanteans, yet unborn, and minstrels will sing sagas of the struggle against the seaweed creature. The tale will grow in the telling. Blue-skinned children will stare wide-eyed, for the clash will take on the proportions of a myth. They will imagine a mighty army led by a mighty prince against a demon from the depths. And they will be told that alongside their prince and their people fought a man from another planet with a weapon powered by the light of distant stars. The children would take to their beds, dreaming dreams of glorious days gone by, never knowing that the tales were true. Your weapon is mighty indeed, Rom of Galador. I have seen it banish race-kind from the ocean's depths, but it has little effect against the seaweed demon. Yet my neutralizer should undo the evil wrought by Dire Wraith Magic. And perhaps not, Rob. This horror was old when the earth was young. The race merely enhanced his might. Even I only managed to subdue him when first we fought. A maelstrom bound to the beast? Aye, but the creature was smaller then. A larger maelstrom here to compensate for his larger size could wreak more havoc upon Atlantis than the horror himself causes. My liege, countless citizens fall as the monster advances. They cry to you for succor. What would you have your monarch do, warrior? That which you must, my prince Atlantis can be rebuilt. Lives lost can never be reclaimed. Your words are fraught with wisdom, warrior. Namor will take your counsel. Spaceman, again I must call on you. Will you aid your power to my own? So have I sworn, Submariner. So shall it be. Then let us have at the foe, my Galadorian friend. In all the cosmos, never have I seen one so noble, so self-sacrificing as the mighty Submariner. In truth,
and one who actually doesn't beat the crap out of me for a change.
In truth, Namor of Atlantis is a monarch indeed, as well as in title. Our prince and the alien join forces to assault the seaweed monster. In courage and nobility, they are cut from the same cloth. Stand ye back, warriors of Atlantis. If the power of two such as they cannot defeat the demon, then all hope for Atlantis is lost. The time has come, Rom of Galador, to risk all. Stand you ready? Unleash your whirlpool, Namor of Atlantis. Surround the seaweed creature and the maelstrom's maw. Trust in me to neutralize the monster's ebony eye-beam. While you do, I have fought beside the Avengers, the defenders, and allies were they brave and true. But ne'er has the Submariner known the likes of this man from space. Unbidden, he has come to cleanse my kingdom of its alien infestation, to deal a death blow to our dire race danger, when my monarch's heart tells me he would rather be amongst his own kind of distant Galador. Faster swims the swift Submariner, faster and in ever-widening circles, until the hulking horror is lost from view. Drawn forcefully in Namor's wake, the subsea and sea currents tear at the proud spires of fair Atlantis, and those not already toppled by the cave creature now fall. Everywhere, Atlanteans seek what shelter there is as they see their homes, their hopes swept away on a turbulent tide. Yet they know the sacrifice is necessary. They never lose faith in the judgment of their prince. They only pray its power will result in the deaths of the demon and not be the deaths of them all. The seaweed and monsters' ebony eye-beams have struck the space knight. He is in agony. If he falls, that ebony energy will be turned upon me. Stand, Rom. Slouch off the pain. I dare not desist, for even now my maelstrom reaches its greatest in frenzy. as if taking courage from the submariner's unspoken admonition. Rom resists the searing assault on his cyborg circuitry. Foul creature, though of earth you be, your eye beams smack up wraith magic, and there exists nothing wrought by wraith kind that Galador's greatest weapon cannot neutralize. Read!
Yes.
The neutralizer's beam cannot cut the creature between right betwixt the eyes. Now, whilst he howls in mortal pain, I must increase the vortex and let the maelstrom whirl this slime from Neptune's cave to shreds. In truth, the combined might of Rom and Galador and Namor of Atlantis does defeat the creature, and a rain of harmless seaweed showers down upon the golden realm. All that is left of race enchantment. Exhausted, the victors return to Atlantis, only to find the realm in danger by yet another peril. My prince, a coup! Those who set the creature upon Atlantis now attempt to seize the royal palace. What? Have I no warriors left to repel such temerity? Your soldiers tried, my prince, but the traitors were allied with aliens who seem able to assume fearsome shapes. The Dire Wraith! And did you not say, Submariner, that the surface child Sybil was at the palace? Yes! Winged ankles and rocket pods carry the awesome allies towards the palace. But have they reached in time? Stand aside, traitor to the realm! Sybil! You are too late, Space Knight! The human child who led you to Atlantis, whose uncanny ability to detect race kind grew out of a childhood spent in close proximity to our race, is dead. Alas, she could not breathe water as easily as air. Vile, stinking, shape-shifting scum of the universe, there existed in that child more decency than in all race kind. She was under my sworn protection, and I could not protect her, but at least I could avenge. The high whine of Rom's mighty neutralizer rips across the chamber, tearing open the fabric of space and time. The Dire Wraith scream, even as they are drawn inexorably through the dimensional doorway that leads them to the shadow realm called Limbo. For you, Dire and Wraith Witch, who schemed today's devastation, I will deal not banishment, but death. And 'tis already dealt, Space Knight. For the destruction heaped upon Atlantis this day, vengeance is the Submariners! Yay! Shriek! Pinned to the wall, the Wraith Witch sheds her human form, assumes her transitionary state, and dies, her vile ashes dissipating on the currents that wash the palace clean. Then all assemble stand stunned at the strangled sound of a Space Knight trying to weep. Sybil, I led the child to death, she who begged me for life. Hold thy grief, Space Knight. The child could have been immersed for but a moment when we broke in. There may still be hope. Hope? What hope? The child life and lies still in my arm, her lungs filled with water. I swear to you, Rom, the child may yet be saved. At least let me try, and in trying, repay the debt all Atlantis owes you. Reluctant to relinquish the child, Rom nevertheless surrenders her to the sovereign of Atlantis, who places her in a conch shell bed, a sleeping princess surrounded by mother of pearl. The conch bed hides certain machinery, Rom, whose revitalizing ray may be able to restore the child to life. Wait, he can do this! But in one more day, he couldn't cure at me of the bullet shot wound.
Yes, man. Yes, is my one more day is forever the bane of my damn existence.
Yeah, no, they was Spider-Man writers are like, nope, sorry.
All this just to get rid of him, Mary Jane. Yeah, Casada, you goody.
All right. And yeah, we were hearing, hey, that echo effect was actually pretty cool.
Hey, it was, as I shouted, you goody.
Rom does not dare hope as the soothing, recuperative rays wash over the unliving child. Then he stares, unsure that his cyborg vision sees right. Sybil's skin tone subtly changes from the white of death to Atlantean blue. What happened? Why do I feel so strange? Go to her, Space Knight. She lives. As if in a dream, Rom does as the Submariner bids him. He draws a nice Sybil. He hesitates, as if afraid to touch her. and learned that the life he saw bestowed was only an illusion. It is no illusion. You live, Sybil. The Submariner has wrought a miracle. No, merely exploited Atlantis' advanced science. The child was drowning because, unlike we Atlanteans, she could not breathe water. The rays emitted by the conch bed altered her genetic structure so that she now can. She lives forever in Atlantean. It were by your choice, Sybil. It is a necessity I embrace gladly, Rom. The race slew my family, stole my childhood. Perhaps here I can find a new family and begin recreating my life. I, child of the surface world, and all Atlantis will love you, for it was you who warned of danger in time that it might be averted, and you who brought the Submariner together with Rom.
That was great.
Oh my god! Especially the stuff with Namor. Oh, that stuff was so good, so epic.
I kind of want to read Submariner books now.
Yeah, but whew.
But that was a lot, though.
It was.
Yeah.
I know, but I loved it. But I'm beginning to see why everybody loves these books, man. Again, it's just one.
Okay. So, Eric, you go first. Your thoughts.
Take the. Hold on, let me gather it after that. Little power outage.
Right.
The annual was nice. The Namor, the stuff with Sybil was Sybil. I kind of gave it a more gothic feel, which I kind of like seeing. But then all the Submariner stuff was kind of a twist. But I liked it, and it showed. And I like the stories that show Submariner's more heroic side.
Definitely.
Helps out with Atlantis.
Definitely.
And poor Rom, he's got more miserable than Spidey in some of these issues.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I feel so bad for him.
But I feel this batch was pretty darn good. I liked it a lot.
Yep. Alex?
Yeah, same. I think some of the earlier stuff we read was it was good, but not kind of strange. But I think when it started getting to the Sybil stuff, it really got good. Kind of from after everything he's been through, finding another character to identify with, and then just the stuff with Namor was just pure epicness on a whole other level.
Oh, like I say, the artwork, I love Sal Buscema's artwork, but sometimes Sybil goes back and forth from looking like a young adult to here. She looks like a little girl.
I know, it's kind of weird.
It is.
But Namor, I love this. This is probably the best crossover yet.
I know, the stabbing with that trident. I'm like, holy crap.
Well, not just that, but the fact Namor is the first time we did not have a misunderstanding. Was Namor of all people?
Who knew?
He's
very hot-blooded. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
but I think his time with the Avengers and the Defenders, like I said, has humbled him a little.
A little, but see, Namor's usually the first one you would lead to we must fight.
Fight? What? Why you in my ocean? Do you dare step foot in it? To son announced, please, Prince. I mean, hard. My message will be brief.
But yeah, I mean, of course, artwork is still great. Still loving Sal Buscema's artwork. Still loving it.
Easily the best. Yeah, this was the best one. With obviously,
I want that one splash page as a poster. It looks like something that would be sold in an aquarium in the merchandise.
And I love the dialogue here.
Absolutely,
tales will be told.
Tales will be told by the children of Atlantis, but will it be shrouded in myth, even though it was true?
Exactly. I love it. I love dialogue like that.
So do I. It makes it all the more like what you're reading is the modern myths of our time.
Exactly.
That's exactly what superheroes are. It's what they should be.
Well, yeah, it's what they should be.
Cassano.
Zack Snyder. Okay, no. Say what you want about that.
You're right. I don't want the wrath of the Snyder cult to go.
Well, not just that. Say what you want about Zach. He did emphasize the myth.
True.
But Alex, any other thoughts you want to give?
No, not really. I was just really enjoying the ride.
Yeah. Well, what about the annual?
The annual I already said my annual. Oh, and the backup story.
Yeah, I feel like I already said what I said. Like it was fun. Like it was cool. The mystery behind it was good and everything, but some of the moments just kind of felt like they came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I think again, when they got to the Sybil stuff, I was really like, hell yeah, this is Atlantica. F yeah.
Yeah, but what about you, Eric?
Atlantica under the
sea. Under the sea.
Okay.
Darling is wetter, downwards better. Take it from me.
All right, you should also win the Sora, ladies and gentlemen, singing.
Okay, but anyway, but what were you, Eric? What did you think of the annual?
Like I said, I thought it was I thought it was nice, if weird. Weird, but I really like the just this entity that's absorbing everything. It's kind of scary.
Right. Now,
I also liked his design with all the spirals, like I said, going out of him. Like I said, he looked like a living atom.
I gotta say though, I knew this was something. I'm like, wait, that looked like a hellhound, but I wasn't so sure at first. But
yeah, he looked like a Rottweiler with it. That's had a bad day.
But again, just the implications we got here, though. The implications that this poor girl, her family killed, and her poor puppy.
I know the Wraiths just know no bounds.
Because when you think about it, we have not seen them. I'm actually dealing like knowing that the pet belonged to someone. They were just random pet, dogs transformed.
Yeah,
this was the first time it was a case of like, oh, puppy, no.
Poor girl. Like I said, she needs a hug in the worst way.
But
at least Rom gave her one.
Well, and Namor as well.
Yes, and now she can dwell in Atlantis, where she'll be happy.
Exactly. Because what was Rom going to do? Carry her around?
Like he said, he'll try to find her a home. She found a home. It's just not where she expected, underwater.
And I'm grateful they didn't go for a love interest because, again, it's up in the air how old this girl is.
Right. Hey, look, there's a school.
Yeah, even though the narrator had different ideas.
Yeah. But again, I'm sorry. This old bit up, again, he can turn her into an Atlantean and heal her.
Yeah. Casada, I already said it, but was it destroyed in between that time?
I don't know.
That's another question.
I mean, I'm sure Aunt May would have enjoyed swimming around in the ocean.
Okay, good point. That is a big difference.
You should see the story where she becomes Galactus's herald, golden oldie. That's the first time you've heard it. It's helping you laugh.
Yeah. And how did they situate Galactus' hunger? Twinkies.
Who knew? Who knew Twinkie? I mean, come on, Twinkies are pretty good, man.
To be fair, it was a assistant editor month's book, so it was all played for laughs.
It was all played
clearly.
Okay.
We've all seen the Twinkie ads from the 70s with DC and Marvel, so of course.
Bars.
Don't thank me.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
By the way, looking back now, Tom Kenny doing that Math Wizard is the precursor to Ice King in Adventure Time.
Right, but anyway, again, I wouldn't say this is the best we've seen, but this is definitely the best crossover, definitely.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we've got enough. Thank you guys for joining me. Thanks everyone else. And
we'll see you next
time. You guys continue our tales.
See you next time.
Greatest of the Space Knights, Rom. See ya.
Bye. Later, dudes.